Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another very interesting, exciting session today. And a very happy Dasara to each and every one of you, your family members, your loved ones, and may this Dasara bring a lot of happiness, prosperity, and good health. So today we have, quite interesting news that Alia Bhatt's latest film Jigra is not doing well, and also the fact that Big Boss, there's a huge controversy in Big Boss. What is the controversy? We'll be talking about that in detail. So welcome Kishore, welcome each and everyone who's tuning in live. And friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit that like button and do drop in your comments as well. So this is over to you.
Yeah, welcome friends, and welcome Kishwar and to all the friends who joined us. So it's the first piece of news is on how Alia Bhatt. Now Alia Bhatt's Jigra, how it is faring in the screens, big screens. Now the Alia Bhatt headliner hit the screen on October 11, coinciding with Dashara. The movie has hit the big screens alongside Tirupati, Dimri, and Rajkumar's Vicky Vidya Kavo Wala video. However, now a viral photo now shows theatres are running empty for the Vasan Bala directory. Jigra theatres in empty theatres. Now it opened opened a few days before the film's release, the advance bookings. However, the collection remains subpar, and the film has not been able to attract audiences to the theatre. A screenshot of a ticketing app going viral online shows all shows available with several seats available. Now, her starrer, Alia Bhatt starrer Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani and Gangubai ran also into trouble in the past for all allegations of corporate bookings. Makers of the film were accused of inflating box office collections and making false corporate bookings to show an increased interest in the film. The same has happened with Jigra. Social media users have been sharing screenshots of ticketing apps that show sporadic bookings in theaters. A user shared a screenshot and wrote on X, "Whoever made the corporate booking, dude, you should have used a bit of common sense." Another mentioned corporate booking queen is back, Jiga. So back to you, Jerry.
Yeah, so one thing is for sure that the corporate bookings is back in a big way, and that too, Bollywood projects Alia Bhatt as the big superstar of today, right? She's a big superstar in Bollywood films, and each of her films is mega super hit. And this has completely been exposed by this. The audiences have exposed this by taking screenshots of several seats available, and this is what has been happening. And there's false corporate bookings and inflating box office collections. So now the cat is out of the bag like several times, and despite the best efforts of people like Karan Johar, his shows, and Kapil Sharma shows of boosting these films and their promotions, and also the trade analysts saying that the film crosses 1,000 crores. Despite all that, this is how they get exposed. And kudos to the audience who took screenshots and showed the seats, and this is how things are going on, friends. Yes. So coming to the next piece of news, and it is with regards to Big Boss. And apparently, people for the PETA, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals India, has appealed to Salman Khan to use his influence to remove a donkey from the sets of Big Boss 18. Yes, if you can believe that, a donkey was placed on the sets of Big Boss 18, a real live donkey. And the thing is, the letters read, "We are being inundated with the complaints by members of the public who are deeply distressed over keeping a donkey in the Big Boss house. The concerns are valid and must not be ignored." And so this would not only prevent stress to the animals and upset to the viewers, but also set a powerful precedent. So Big Boss, so the complaints around donkeys being confined in a small space and exposed to harsh conditions of a television set can be particularly distressing for prey animals like donkeys. So I do hope PETA's, your complaint is heard and that animals are removed from this Big Boss set as it is, it's a very stressful atmosphere that Big Boss sets in, because the person or the inmates who creates the most noise and ruckus and controversy is the person who wins the Big Boss and who is not eliminated. So the contestants, in pursuit of money, will do anything and everything possible. So, and also you have a very surprise contestant in Big Boss 18 this
Yeah,
time.
I'll speak about that. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, see, this is a person I know, and I've also met Tajinder Bhaga of who is at BJP, and he started off as an activist, and now he has joined the Big Boss 18. Now, Big Boss 18 had its grand premiere on October 6th, and there are, as they call, this is what they want, controversial names are in it. This year, this figure is one of the controversial figures is the BJP, activist Tejinder Bhaga. Now, associated with the political party's youth wing, Bhaga has also earned himself the tag of a Twitter troll. Now, friends, one thing is for very clear. Now, ever since we started the SSR movement, that's 4.5 years back, it was with the intention of boycotting Bollywood and making sure that justice was, is given to SSR, Disha Salian, and many others. Okay. Now, in no way has the BJP given any support to the movement, except for in between saying that there is, Fadnavis saying that, see, they're doing an SIT for Disha Salian and they are also working on the SSR case. But other than such, flimsy reassurances, they have not done anything about the SSR case. Now, if you look at the same thing in West Bengal, in the Calcutta case, you will see that the Bengalis are not people who are going to give up. They are fighting tooth and nail, and now they are on strike because they want to, make sure that the case is heard and they are given justice. Now, in the case of Tajinder Bhaga, Tajinder Bhaga is supposed, he started off as a as a activist, and he used to be. You could find him in the roads fighting for anything that would bring this thing to make BJP stronger. Now, where he became, his name came to be known when he disrupted Arundhati Roy's book launch at the Indian Habitat Center in Delhi and slapped Prashant Bhushan in his Supreme Court chambers. Now, after Modi came to power in 2014, he became the website Namo Patrika. And now, because of his influence on Twitter, this is why Big Boss has decided to now target the right wing group by getting this person in. And of course, Tajinder Bhaga, typical politician that he is, now he jumped. He would have been given a lot of money to join Big Boss, so he would have sacrificed all his principles just to get into this program where you are associating with none other than a person like Salman Khan, who is caught in so many cases and he is under public scrutiny. Now, this clearly shows the double face of BJP. Just like when you get annoyed when you see, Eknath Shinde with Salman Khan, or you see, Fadnavis and his wife with, Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan and all that. This is the same thing you feel when you see this man, talking and interacting in this useless program called Big Boss. Now, Big Boss is only a warriors program where you want to look into another person's life and where people are belittled, people are made to feel so small that they themselves get complexes and ultimately perhaps may even think of suicide, which is what many people have said, that they've been driven to a corner where they have felt so bad about themselves that they even contemplated committing suicide. And it's also the case is that Big Boss is there in almost languages, and a lot of there is, if you do a survey, you will find that many people have mysteriously died also, who were also participants in Big Boss. Now, with all this controversy and with Sushant Singh's death, murder in the background, now BJP's activist and BJP, a member of the BJP party, Tajinder Bhaga, has joined this only for money, nothing else, is my take on this. Because if he had any conscience, he would not have sold his soul in this manner. Okay. Now, if he thinks that he is an important person and that because he has a large following in Twitter, he thinks that he has become bigger than even Modi ji, then that is something. It's only, you can say, it's a false notion. And he is, if Big Boss is also targeting the right wingers through this exercise so that they get more TRP, one thing is very clear. It has shown how many faces these politicians have when money is offered to them, or even they swing in front of all these things which we are fighting against. So let's just see what some people are saying. I still think nothing changes in improving the system. Jigra will become a super hit like any of our previous movies. Look at all the reviews. I think, Malha, you're not watching what's happening. So we've just given you what is the latest news. Yes, so coming back to the Big Boss show, earlier, just a few days back, I was telling you about a person, who was so unhappy. He said that he was put in a hotel and he was separated from his parents and not allowed to talk to his parents. And he was saying that he was made to walk the, walk of shame in Big Boss in front of these, the people who are there inside the Big Boss. And he felt like committing suicide. Now, I don't understand. What is Big Boss all about? Is Big Boss all about shaming normal people? And even if, just for instance, I'm just taking the example, if a person has some bad, qualities, is it not better to, help him and get out of those problems and become a better human being? What is Big Boss trying to do? And who is Salman Khan? You're putting host Salman Khan again and again. Is he the role model for youngsters? Is he the one who should be advising people? So taking all this into context, I feel absolutely upset that BJP, has not even bothered, and this man is there as one of the, participants in the Big Boss show. So it's all we can say is that politicians cannot be trusted. That is the, the final point to this. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah. He has been a member of the.
Can you just repeat that?
Yeah. Tajinder Bhaga has been a member of the RSS since 2011. So I can't imagine a RSS person joining Big Boss, and it is very, very strange indeed.
Absolutely.
Because you need a lot of discipline, and you need a lot of mental conviction to integrity to be a part of RSS, and so this is not the case in this particular case. So coming to the next piece of news, friends, and Akshay Kumar has been in the news, and he's trying to get some sort of public attention to himself. And his PR team is very active because none of his films have done well. It is a proof that Vashu Bhagnani is in a lot of financial loss. Jackie Bhagnani's father, in which Akshay Kumar acted in several of the films. Now, lately, he and Akshay Kumar, rewarded one auto rickshaw driver, a female auto rickshaw driver, by giving her 10,000 rupees as a token of appreciation. And he said that if she needs any sort of help, he would gladly help her. And she found Akshay seated in her auto rickshaw when she arrived, and that is when he gave her 10,000 rupees as a token of appreciation. So these are things which Bollywood knows that Bollywood's influence is going, and also these people are losing their grip over the audience. So this is the best way. By doing all these kind of acts, they are trying to get some sort of attention and credibility back, especially for Akshay Kumar after SSR's murder. Yes.
Yeah. So moving on to the recent row over the use of beef tallow and fish oil in the holy Tirupati laddu has led to new revelations regarding how even ancient writings focused on handling and using the right ingredients to avoid any sort of adulteration in the holy prasad. As per the Hindu report, there are inscriptions on the walls of Lord Venkateshwara temple which refers to measures to be taken while handling ingredients like ghee. The report states that what temples in Tirumala and Tirupati have 1,150 inscriptions, of which 700 are etched on the walls of Tirumala temple alone. The inscriptions dating back to the 8th and 18th centuries are in Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada. As per the report, a systematic packaging of ghee is mentioned way back in 10,019 CE, and its proper packaging and transportation to Tirumala was ensured. The inscription says that back in time, the king had deputed an officer to investigate the conduct of services and donations at the temple after people had questioned about the same. As per the translated version of the inscription found on the northern wall of the first prakaram, inner precinct of the temple's Ananda Nilayam, the canopy above the sanctum sanctorum, 23 gold ponna was made available back in time for the Paricharakam service rendered, in which the officer had to assure that the ghee was well packed and transported to Tirumala along with the daily provisions. Now, this was highlighted because ghee was used in the preparation of prasadam as well as burning the perennial lamp in the shrine. As per the report, this is the first inscription that talks about the formation of a committee to investigate the lapses in the conduct and proper maintenance of worship and food offerings at the temple of Lord Venkateshwara. It is also mentioned in the Hindu report that there is a well-defined procedure available in the form of doctrine dittam that has been followed at the temple from the Pallava era. An officer checks the food items for quality and quantity of measure before they are taken into the sanctum sanctora for Naivedyam, offering to the deity. Now, friends, today being Dashara, we have lit all the lamps, and also I was able to complete the painting for of Durga Devi, and which I'm just actually sending to Jaydev now, so you can see the stages of the painting, and today I was able to complete it. So I feel very good because it's as if Devi Ma has entered our house. So Jaydev, if you could just show, I just sent it to you, if you could show the different stages of the painting that we have done for our viewers. I've just sent it to you. Can you just please show it, and can you remove the below inscription? Can you remove this, Jen? Yeah. So this is how it started, friends. It started with a light background and a very serious looking Devi. And then the colors changed. I was not very happy with the white sari, so I changed it to blue. Can you just lift it, Jen? Yeah. Then I painted the sari blue, and then I added all the ornaments on her, on her crown, and also the jewelry on her neck and her ears and her bangles. If you can just go a little lower, and also her bangles. So I was able to complete this today, and I felt very good that I could complete it in time, because it's a very painstaking process to add all the stones to the crown of Devi. And now when I look at her in her totality, I feel it's as if she has entered, our house. Because they always say that when, when you you put an idol in a temple and you do puja to it, like it's called prana pratishta, the god or goddess enters the deity. And this is how I feel when the painting was complete. I could literally feel her eyes moving, and I love that feeling. So this is Devi for you, Durga Devi for you, and I hope you enjoy watching it. So let me also
you could also you could tell about the details of the painting, like as in what is the medium used and what are the materials used.
This is in oils, and I have used small Swarovski stones as well to decorate the crown and the necklace. And also, thank you, Nina. Wish you also lovely a lovely human being, a lovely soul, Nina Nandra. Happy Dashra to you. Thank you for that. And Kishwar, thank you so much. So here I'd just like to tell you a small incident about when I painted. Somebody wanted me to paint, Durga for, it was actually another avatar of Devi. It was Lalita Devi. Lalita Devi is the goddess who holds all the ayudhams, the spear, everything in her hands. So she's a very strong, avatar of Durga Devi, of Parvati, and she wanted it for her housewarming. And when I painted it, I completed everything by in time for her, for her housewarming. And I kept it because every time I do a painting, I usually keep it in my bedroom just to see it in front of the mirror whether all the parts are aligned. And I just dozed off. And when I dozed off, suddenly I could hear the sound of anklets. So suddenly I felt a little uneasy. And then, it was cold. So I was wearing a blanket. I was, covering myself with a blanket. And then suddenly I could feel heavy, a sort of heavy breathing, close to my face. And then I could feel the blanket being pulled. And then I realized that, her presence, Devi's presence, Lalita Devi's presence is there in the house. So immediately what I did was I took the painting. It was around 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night. And I took the painting and I kept it back in the living room and I went to sleep. So this is, it was it was just like a miracle that was happening. And again, when I finished painting this painting that you're watching, I was just looking at her very closely and just listening to a mantra of, Devi and Devi's Strotam, and I could feel Devi's eyes moving. So it was just a wonderful, magical feeling. So I just wanted to share it with all of you, especially on an auspicious day like today. May all of you, have her blessings, and may you have success in whatever you do. Yeah, back to you, Jerry.
Yes. So, friends, coming to the next piece of news, and Karan Johar, he recently said that he's not going to have any more pre-release screenings of his films, and it seems that he's not very confident of his own films. Why can't he have pre-release screenings to journalists and media people? So now the latest news is that Sarigama India Limited, which is part of the RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, is in talks to buy a majority stake in Karan Johar's Dharma Productions, according to media sources. And music giant has been trying to make its territory in the film and OTT space. And apparently, in the June quarter, Dharma Production posted net sales of 205.28 crores, a 25.68% jump from 163 crores in the same quarter. However, the company's quarterly net profit declined by 15%, 15.09%, slipping to 36.92 crores in quarter one of the fiscal year from 43.48 crores. So why would they want to get a majority stake when this company has had a dip in the profits by 15%? So, but whatever said and done, this is proof enough that the numbers speak for itself. That there's a dip in profits in Dharma Productions, and he's looking for investors to, set him afloat once again. And this is how the state of things are in Bollywood, that you have the leading Bollywood person, figure, and producer in Bollywood. He himself is struggling with Dharma Productions. So, yeah.
Yeah. So moving to an interesting incident that happened with Rekha. So apparently when Rekha, when the president asked Rekha about her sindoor at the National Film Awards ceremony. So let us look at what she had. As you know, she is an actress who's been celebrated over the years for her perseverance and resilience, but her journey has not been a very easy one. Personal life has been the subject of speculation and gossip for a very long time. And even the time when she got married to Mukesh Agarwal in 1990, and the marriage ended, with his committing suicide due to depression. So many things like this have happened to her, and she's been also called a witch, and that she took her husband's life. So despite the grief and public scrutiny, things turned dark when the husband's mother accused her of being a witch, holding her responsible for her son's death. Now, here, amidst all this, at the National Film Awards ceremony, when she was receiving the Best Actress Award for her performance in Umrao Jan in 1981, then the President Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy inquired about the sindoor she wore in her head party. Now, she responded with wit and composure. In the city I come from, applying sindoor is common. In fact, it is fashionable. This incident actually showed her nature. She was very outspoken and carefree, and at times she would be shy and reserved. But much, like her, the characters she played, she had different, facets to her character. Now, at that time, she was connected with Amitabh Bachchan, and even the movie in which she acted with Jay Bhaduri and Amitabh Bachchan. That was a time when Jaya Bhatri is said to have watched the film, and had tears you know went down her eyes because she couldn't bear to see the love scenes between Rekha and Amitabh Bachchan. So she has undergone a lot of turbulence, and perhaps we don't know, because the bigamy is a very popular thing in Bollywood, just like Hema Malini married Dharmendra. So it's not strange, and perhaps she is married to this Lambuji. God alone knows, and that's why she's wearing sindoor, on her forehead. So these are things that happens in Hollywood, Bollywood, and another strange thing that I wanted to uh, you know uh, mention here is that when since the election is happening in USA, and Obama is trying his best to attack Donald Trump, people have started pulling out images of him with Didi. Now, Didi has been arrested, and as you know, he has a million scandals to his name. And Obama is seen in photographs with Didi, and that is enough proof that you should not be voting for him, but you should be voting for Donald Trump. So this is something that we feel very strongly, because if USA needs to become strong again, they need Donald Trump all the way. So with that, we end this session. Thank you, friends. And Nina says your painting seems to have extraterrestrial power. You are blessed. Thank you, Nina. And always, I meet a lot of people around the world, and you're one of the kindest souls that I have met. And you walk the talk, and that's the most important part of your character. And such people, as you are very rare, and I cherish your, friendship. And thank you, Rekha. Yes, Jai Mata Durga. And yes, one thing is very clear: when you have paintings of Devi Ma, of Lord Shiva, of Maha Avatar Baba, you feel very protected. So at night when I watch the TV, I feel all of these deities watching us, and I feel really good. So thank you so much for that, Nina, Kishwar, Rekha, and all of you who are with us tonight on this very very special night. And I hope you all celebrated today with a lot of joy. So good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.